Hello, this is Paula, and this is a Candied Pecans review by the company Yankee Candle. As you can see, this is one of their new labels. I've not burned one of the candles yet until now with the new label. And you can see the flame through there. This candle is almost done. This is a small jar, and I got it during this last semi-annual sale when they had one of the days. There was a couple days where they had a sale of buying one small jar and getting two free, I believe, if I'm recalling that correctly. So when I do that, I usually don't get the small jars unless I get ones that are strong throwers. So I thought I would love to also try some of the new fragrances. So here's what I did. Let me back up a little bit here. I'm going to see if you can see this real quick. This is the lid to this little jar. Can you see all that brown, oily fragrance there? It got caught up in the lid, and on the top of the jar, it was like just oily. So this totally caught my attention. Can you see that? I mean, that is a mess, but in a good way, kind of. I thought that maybe this candle in particular, if there was ever any candle that would have a lot of fragrance, it would be this one. I also got, on that same day, this little guy. Here's one from the same, one of the newer scents also, Caramel Apple Cake. And real quick, by the way, on this one, there have been several times where this got wiped off by accident, and it came off on my fingers, and it was like a dark color. This was like very much a thing going on. Okay, this one, let me show you. And you have to be careful. See all the oils in there? Holy cow. You can kind of see along the top here too. It's dark right at the tip. There's a lot of oil in here. Oh, it smells good. This is a different one. This is Caramel Apple Cake, which I'm almost even more excited about than I was the Candied Pecans. But again, the same thing. Okay. I've only burned that once, but that'll be in a different review. This review is for this guy. Oh, well, first of all, now I'm curious what the old label, how it would have portrayed this candle scent. And so far, I'm totally not impressed. And I'm not trying to be down on Yankee or anything. I actually am super disappointed. One of the things with the newer labels, which are smaller in size, those new labels are bound to cost less per label. Even if just a few cents, they're going to save a lot of money over time. I was hoping they would pour the savings of the new label, or that come with using the new label, into making a better and better candle. Especially at a time where there's so many companies to choose from now. There's such a huge wax community online. There's people blogging and writing online reviews. There's people on YouTube and even other video sites like Vimeo, and I believe that's what it's called, that are doing candle reviews, you guys. And it's a recurring theme, and this is a real problem. The reason why I bring that up in particular in this review is that this is kind of a critical time, I think, for Yankee, which, by the way, is my favorite candle company, or has been over the last couple of decades. That could be changing just because of all of the current options. So I'm not trying to be down on them. I want them to be successful. But when something ceases to be a win-win for everybody, I think there's going to be a decline of one way or the other. Put those thoughts aside for just a moment. I wanted to just give you what the website says about this candle. It says, fresh from the oven, warm pecans, glazed with caramel, sugar, and vanilla. And then this is one of the candles, and I think this is really cool of Yankee, on their website to put the top, mid, and base notes. It's only on a very small fraction of the candles online, but we're lucky enough to have this be one of them. And perhaps it's with the idea that it's with just the new candles. The top note is cinnamon. Mid note is pecan, praline, and caramel. The base note is vanilla and malt. Now that sounds amazing, and if it could smell like that, I would be so excited. In an effort to be fair, I believe I've got a tart in some of these new fragrances, so I will do a follow-up review, because maybe that's the ticket where there's going to be like a real sense of smelling what this wax would smell like and what it was intended to smell like. Now, we're at the point, okay, can you see my hand doing this? I've been trying to do like a wafting thing in the bathroom, in the smallest bathroom I have, which, by the way, I wouldn't normally put this candle in there, but I just wanted to maybe smell it. It wasn't happening. And so at the top, you could smell it a lot on cold sniff, I think, because of the oils. Down, going down to about where this little ledge is right here, or at the top of that little tiny picture, which I think is a little tray of candied pecans. Around here, it began to smell a tiny bit like I walked into the shut room and shut the door behind me and smelled it, and I could kind of smell it, barely. But then going down, I thought it would get better and better. Maybe it was a gravity, the oils gravitated down through the wax, and but no, because now it's back to not smelling again. And even with doing the hand thing, I can barely make it out. Now this is the strangest thing to me, because it smelled so strong on cold. I almost just feel like there's something weird and wrong with this. It's not my nose. I don't have a cold. I'm not having allergies today. I don't have like something else going on. I can smell other candles in the house. And I was making very sure to keep this in its own area and shut off so that it wouldn't get blended in with other things. But this one is just not smelling, and I'm so disappointed and sorry to report it. I'd be very curious to hear if other people had a better experience. I did look online. I found another reviewer who was calling it unscented, like completely unscented. And so what in the world is going on? It makes me think that all this stuff, one of two things: either all the oils escaped and it's just sitting in the top of this lid here, so that's why it's not smelling, or this is just a coloring issue. This is just coloring, and like liquid coloring came out. I have no idea, you guys. I'm just really bummed, really disappointed, because I don't need ambiance candles. I was going for fragrance, which can bring so much joy to people. It's a lot of fun. It smells good. And so when you've spent money on candles, even on such a good deal as this, this would be what, about $333, $350. Even with that, like, why did I get it? I'd rather pay full price for a votive that's gonna throw and do much better. So I'm sorry for the sad review, but it's a truthful and honest review. I'm hoping for better in the future. Thanks so much for watching, and I have many more reviews coming up. Thanks. Bye-bye.